Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun.
Hi,
I know that you said you don't think of me, but what you're doing now is telling different. Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some
everything interesting. ESPN just dropped their top 100, so that'll be something we go over. We've talked a lot about pitching industries, whether or not that's real, so it sounds like there's more news on that.
The pitching industry is definitely real. But yeah, she's talking about, we're going to talk about some pitching injuries. And there's also some free agent signings that have happened. None of the big names, but maybe.
I was looking. Every day I log in
to see if Blake Snell.
to see if Blake Snell has been signed. And he's not been signed.
Well,
all I keep hearing is that he's in talks with who the.
We'll talk about it.
What was the Okay.
He's in talks.
I'll hold.
We're in talks.
I'm talking. He's talking. We're all talking.
So welcome to Stealing Home. If you like it, go ahead and subscribe. We do this every week.
And sometimes
so far.
more. And sometimes more.
Sometimes more.
Every now and then you get a random video about like batting practice hats
or spring training.
Or maybe one day.
Broadcasting. Eventually. By the time she puts that video out, the problem will not exist anymore.
No, they're going to fix the blackouts by the time I figure out what the blackouts are.
All right. So, like you said, ESPN dropped their number 100. You actually figured this out before I did. It just released today, too.
Yeah,
so good
I know.
timing. Because you texted me today.
Guys, look, I'm becoming, what do you call it?
A fan.
Baseball guyer.
A fan. It's a
You're
fan.
watching the evolution in front of your eyes.
Becoming a fan. This is crazy. So she texts me and says, oh, ESPN dropped their top 100. And she goes, is ESPN out of touch?
100%. No,
yeah.
I mean, I know you're repeating my own words back to me, but
and you're agreeing with yourself right now?
I'm agreeing with myself. That's where I'm at.
So I'll pull it up.
It's been a day.
I've got the ESPN article right now, and I figured we just pull it up and take a look at, what they have.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie. Like I looked at. So when you're someone like me, who I would consider myself a casual baseball fan, you're not. I don't think I'm expecting to recognize the names at the top, or I'm sorry, the bottom half of this list, or maybe even the top half of the list, but the top 10 for sure, I'm expecting to know. So yeah, I'm interested to see what you have to say about like everyone else.
Well, I'll pull it up, and I was just thinking too, like for you, I wouldn't expect you to even name 100 baseball players.
I mean, I could, but they're gonna be like living and dead.
Yeah, and I thought to myself, like, would I be able to name 100 players?
Yeah.
It's like you would think so, right?
It's like 2 rosters, right?
I could at least name a lot of the Rays.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So here's I'm not gonna go through each 100.
Yeah. So for the next 3 hours, we will be reading all 100 people.
But I am gonna just like scroll through the top 80 to 90, and yeah, these guys are good. I like Devin Williams over Merrill Kelly, but let's just keep going. I'm gonna go fast. Yelich, Volpe, overrated in my opinion.
Jazz Chisholm though, all the way down.
You know him. Gabriel Moreno is in the World Series. Evan Carter's nasty.
You think Chisholm overrated even at number 94?
No, Volpe.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm kind of surprised that Chisholm goes from being on MLB The Show.
He had a bad. I don't think he had a good year last year. I'm not sure. Class A is nasty. Okay.
Chapman. Big news on that. He did sign, right? Who's he with now?
The Giants now. Justin Steele's really good.
Oh my God, I'm getting dizzy, dude. Slow down.
I'm trying to go fast.
If I'm getting dizzy,
also,
I don't know how they feel.
Very underrated.
Yeah, but is it though?
Yes. Yeah. I know it's like top 75 is still good,
but is it though? Because like, didn't he get hurt? And isn't he like always hurt for playoffs and stuff? Like
No, you're thinking about Brandon Lau. This guy's gross. He led the league last year in batting average, and is like the Rays' most consistent hitter, and he's an on-base machine. And he's underrated as hell. If it wasn't for Ohtani being in the league, he probably should have been like top 3 MVP last like 2 years.
Really?
And that's a hot take. No one except for
I feel like that is a really hot
but
take.
it's a true take. I'll tell you that.
Oh, okay.
Let's keep going.
So
Nope. Going fast because no one cares about the top 80.
Ketel Marte all the way down there.
Oh, Glass now. Look at him. Where's Ketel? Yeah.
At 66.
Yeah. Cool.
Which is, I mean, good to see, I guess. I thought he would have ranked maybe a little bit higher.
Only because you watched the playoffs last year, though.
Very good point. Also interesting, I think, is to see Jordan Montgomery at 63 and yet still unsigned.
Yeah. Well, that's his own fault.
I know.
Logan Gilbert, Josh Hader, JT, Blake Snell, too.
Blake Snell, 59,
Number
still
59.
a free agent. Cannot speak today.
Framber. Now we're starting to get to some studs on the mound. A lot of pitchers.
A lot of pitchers.
Will Smith, the Fresh Prince. There's like 3 Will Smiths in the league, by the way. All right, let's just fast forward. Don't really care.
Hey.
Aroldis I almost said Aroldis Chapman. Adolis Garcia, only at 34.
And Vladdy at 35.
35.
Again,
Yeah.
these are guys that have been like on MLB's like marketing materials, and
Well,
we're
makes
like
sense.
bottom third of the list.
Well, bottom third of the
Bottom
top
2/3.
100.
Yeah, you're right.
Top
you're right.
100 of baseball in general.
I'm-
and there's
okay.
like thousands of guys.
That's true.
So
Bo
now I take Garcia over Bo, but we're nitpicking one rank above
Hey,
another.
we saw Pete Alonso was up there.
I saw this one. I scrolled through the list really quickly. Kyle Tucker, Tampa kid, 28, and they have Jose Altuve at 26. I think Tucker's better than Altuve. And Machado, come on. Machado, I mean, they're both good. So we're starting to get into the meat and bones here. And Zach Wheeler, Corbin Burns, Orioles now. Trey Turner, you know who that is.
Were you surprised to see Mike Trout at 19?
No, not really. Talk about injured a lot. He's been injured a lot. I think this is a big year for him to try to like prove to people that, hey, I'm still him.
Yeah, because, I mean, they even say here, time can be cruel even to those who seemed superhuman, which, like, okay, ESPN. Like,
I mean,
yes.
yes. No, but they're not lying. His first, like, 10 years in the league, he was
Right. I mean, he was
Jesus Christ in baseball.
considered to be one of, like, the best ball player in the world, right? And now he's down in number 19, barely making the top 20.
And you would Julio, Jose, Bobby Witt Jr., he's good, but damn.
Is he number 16 good?
That's what I'm saying. Spencer Strider is low, in my opinion. He's nasty. Okay, come on, guys. Is this like a meat ride on Tatis? There's no way that he's 14, in my opinion.
I like how you end everything, in my opinion.
In my opinion. In my humble opinion.
Are we good with Bryce Harper at 13? And we like
Yeah,
that? We feel
yeah.
that? Yeah.
Probably. Around there. Matt Olson's low as hell. Shouldn't be that low. Not lower. Matt Olson should not be lower than Adley Rutschman.
Do you think they just want to have a catcher ranked high? Because I haven't seen a lot of catchers.
I don't know. But this is crazy. I know this is the first thing you told
So
me.
this is the first thing that I
Number
know.
9.
So and
Nine.
okay.
There's 8 better players than Shohei Ohtani.
So let's stop for let's sometimes you need to break down and say, am I being self-aware in this moment? Because as we all know, I am a Shohei Ohtani fangirl. I love this guy. He's maybe my favorite baseball player right now. Why is he at number? I mean, it's me and Verlander, Ben Verlander, who are just like tied as like biggest Ohtani fans in this country. Number 9?
Yeah, I
Number 9? ESPN?
I don't
really?
know what the hell they're thinking.
Is it me? Like, am I gassing him up too much? Like, be honest with me. Like, do I
No.
think he's too good? Is it a me problem?
No.
Because I don't understand.
Obviously, the Dodgers think the same as you do. They paid him $700 million. So and no one else has $700 million.
Yeah, so I'm just confused by like their reasoning here. I feel like they don't even really give good reasoning. So they say in their prediction, Ohtani won't win his 3rd MVP, but he'll run away with his 3rd Silver Slugger while hitting over 300 for a 2nd straight year and driving in a career high 120 home runs. He'll flirt with 50 homers too. Or 120 runs, and he'll flirt with 50 homers. So what's the... Are you like putting him at 9 because he won't win his 3rd MVP?
No,
like,
I don't know.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. Is this like of the season? Yeah, this is 2024 best players. Okay, maybe they dropped him to 9 because he's not pitching this year. That's the only thing I can think. So he goes down to 9. That's the only thing I could think.
All right. I mean, I guess I could see like that reasoning, but it still feels like even without the pitching, putting him at 9 is kind of weird. You don't think so?
If Ohtani never pitched again, he immediately drops down to just a very good baseball player.
Really?
Yes,
Like
that's
that?
the thing that makes
like
him
that?
so. Yes, it's like that.
Okay. So
This is the
fangirl in me.
Yeah, that's
That's a
if
fangirl.
Ohtani doesn't do anything but just hit home runs, congratulations, you're a good hitter. Like,
Okay,
you know how
fair
many good
enough.
hitters there are?
Yeah.
Now, if you can find a guy who hits a ton of home runs, is a good hitter, and can also throw 100 miles an hour and win a baseball game on the mound, his name's Shohei Ohtani, you pay him $700 million. And he's the best player in the league. But if he's not pitching, then I guess, yeah, he's not the best. That's what I said last year when we were talking about MVP. It's like, should we give it to this guy just because he pitches?
Oh,
it's like,
true.
no, you have to do both very well. But I mean, and he does that.
But he does,
exactly.
yeah.
But
I
year,
see your point. Yeah. Because I keep forgetting that he's not pitching next year, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because he's hurt. So
yeah, I keep forgetting that.
If that's their like,
if that's the reason,
yeah,
that
if
could
that's
make
what
sense.
they're thinking,
All right,
I
fine.
see it. If it's top in baseball, and still honestly, I think you still put him at 1, even if he's not pitching.
Well, even they say like he's looking like the most dangerous version of himself in the wake of right elbow surgery. So.
Yeah, well, it's true, cause like hitting wise.
Yeah.
Which stinks. Last year was crazy for him. Garrett Cole, 7. Like, are these players better?
Yeah. So let's talk about
good, not better than Ohtani, in my opinion. But he's like, dude, if you want to talk, he might be close to him, but he doesn't pitch.
Right.
That's the thing.
Right.
That's the trump card. That's the trump card. He doesn't
for
pitch.
Yordan Alvarez.
And he doesn't hit.
So I was gonna say, so like, but I don't know. Like, I saw Garrett Cole and I was like, 7 though.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, but is he 7 good?
Yeah, he's 7 good.
Okay.
He's 6 good. Freddie Freeman better than Seager? Yeah. Matt Olson is ridiculously low. What did they have Olson at? 12? Yeah, get out of here. If you put Freddie Freeman this high, you got to have Matt Olson right in his back pocket too, because they're right next to each other. Mookie,
was happy to see this though.
I think he's a little too high.
Okay, so like I'm also.
But he's good as well.
I'm also a Mookie fangirl. I might just have to be a Dodgers fan, is what it's sounding like. But I thought 4 was like a little bit high for him.
I was gonna say I'm just like, okay, so they got Acuna number 1, Judge 2, Soto 3. I'm just thinking in my head with Mookie, can I name 3 guys better than Mookie? Ohtani.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Ohtani.
You can't
name
a
healthy Aaron Judge.
I was gonna say you can't name 2 other people better than Mookie.
A healthy Aaron Judge. Juan Soto can be better than Mookie, when he's hot. Like, it just depends. Guys go on streaks, but I say in the season's whole, if you ask me, would I rather have Juan Soto or Mookie Betts? I'd take Juan Soto.
So here's the other reason.
So this is accurate.
This is the other reason that I was kind of wondering, like, whether or not you would think that ESPN was kind of out of touch. Because when I immediately looked at the first 10, right?
Yeah.
So Acuna, he's with the Braves, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, Acuna's number 1. He's with the Braves, right? But then when I start going down the list, like you got Yankees, Dodgers, and big Dodgers. Like, and I mean, the Rangers just won the World Series. Another Yankee. Like, is that more Dodgers? Like, how? And then finally we get to some Diamondbacks.
I don't know. I think it's legit.
You think? I was gonna say, because I'm reading this and I'm like, are they just focusing on the teams that they have the broadcasting rights to? Like, what's going on here?
No, it's legit because like, they're good. Aaron Judge hit 62 home runs in a year. Juan Soto is disgusting, and he's going on a tear in spring training.
But which Juan Soto?
The AI one.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously.
Obviously.
We haven't heard of the regular one.
I've yet to see real Juan Soto.
Mookie Betts is still that guy. And I actually like him here. I said he's too low. I think he's good here. Because I forget he plays every single position. Now he's going to, it says it right here. He's going to be the shortstop this year. So.
What a guy. Like.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't have the biggest. The only question mark is Ohtani at 9, which is crazy. But I guess if they're doing it based off of, like, next year and not, like, totality. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
So now in prediction worlds, which baseball loves, and you've told me since we do sports now, we have to speculate all the time.
We have to take.
Is Acuna going to be the best baseball player of 2024?
You're asking me, out of Acuna, Judge, and Soto, the top 3, who's going to have the best year?
Yeah, who's actually going to have the best year and be the best player?
Oh, man. Soto.
You think so?
Soto's going to take off and become a star again. Like, he's already a star, but he's going to go crazy in New York.
You really think so?
Well, the Yankees are going to make it far in the playoffs this year.
That's the other thing I was thinking, too. Like, because, okay, like I said, I had the first thought where I'm like, do they just care about the teams that they have the rights to and that are big national brands? Okay, if you're saying that this feels, as a baseball guy, 100% accurate to you.
I didn't say that.
Then
I did not say.
If you are saying unequivocally that you back this entire list, you see no room for errors, it's 100% correct. You co-sign
100 to 1.
every word that was written in this article, which is what you are saying, right?
No.
Okay, so yes. So being that that's the case, when you've got quite a lot of Yankees on this list. I mean, we've been saying it, but the Yankees might be scary this year.
Yeah, but they're the Yankees. And recently they found a way to mess it up, which is always the truth. And they don't stay healthy. So we've always said if they stay healthy.
I mean, if I'm looking at Judge and Soto, 2 out of the top 3, like, one twisted ankle and also, this whole team goes awry.
This is a top 100 players list. You don't win a World Series with, like, 2 good players. You got to win a World Series with a good team.
I'm just saying.
So we'll see. Like, and we're talking about just a player. Like Aaron Judge and Juan Soto are great players.
I think a good example too is
doesn't matter if there's 7 other scrubs in a lineup who can't hit.
That's true, but when you've got the Dodgers on here too, and the Dodgers are like basically a dynasty at this point.
They also have an all-star team because they pay players like Freeman and Ohtani and Betts,
and Yashimoto
and Glasnow now. Yeah. So yeah, what's your take? You like this besides Ohtani?
I mean, yeah. Okay, look. With the understanding that Ohtani is not pitching, yes, I'm okay with this. I still was a little surprised in some areas, but also like not surprised at all, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
I think it could have been a worse list, and I've seen worse lists, and I'm not too upset about this one.
Yeah, so maybe ESPN isn't as out of touch as we might assume that they are. And I just assume that, well, because,
I never said that. You started that. That was your narrative. Now, Tatis at 14 is a reach for me. I think they want him to be a star so bad now.
Why?
I mean, he's cool as shit. Tatis is cool. He's cool. He's got.
Okay.
I don't know what else to tell you. He's cool. He's fast. He's young. He's athletic. He hits good.
He says my confidence.
He's got some swag.
My confidence is through the roof.
Yeah. He's got swag. That's swag. Are they quoting a samurai? Like a samurai getting ready for war, some of the adjustments he's made. That's cool.
That is not cool.
You know what? After seeing that, he's 14 for sure. I'll keep him.
No, after seeing that, I think he's off the list for me. Like a samurai getting ready for war, sir.
Damn right.
Sir.
Damn right. That's actually how I wake up and feel every day.
Oh my God. I don't know what his status is, obviously. Like, I don't know if he's married or not, but if he has a Hinge account, I can tell you it's got the cringiest shit on there.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm slicing through dates like a samurai getting ready for war.
All right, moving on. You sent an athletic article about kind of like the pitching injuries that we were talking about in the past.
Yes.
You want to just take the lead on that?
Yeah.
Kind of introduce it. Like, I know you sent me a text about it, and I thought it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, so I'm always trying to figure out, like, is this pitching injury stuff, is this a big nothing burger? Are we trying to get headlines, or is this actually something that we should be concerned about? Especially as a lot of the articles are really trying to correlate this to the pitch clock. And I think we've had conversations like the data's probably just not there yet to really say how the pitch clock is affecting things. But in this article, in past articles we've talked about how like the Players Union has talked about the pitch clock and increased pitching injury. And now we have the head physician of, was it the Rangers?
I'm not sure. I mean,
I think
it's prominent MLB team physician. I don't know who he is. Look, she sent me an athletic article.
It was the Rangers head physician.
She sent an athletic article, and I tried to read it, and it's behind a paywall. So I probably did what all of you guys did and kind of scroll until the paywall hit. So I probably read about 1/5 of the article. I don't know if you have it up now, but
yeah.
I know we talked about it. And I think when you first read this headline, prominent MLB team physician sounds alarm on pitching injuries.
Yeah.
I would assume that you thought he was referring to the pitch clock. But if you look at it, at least the little piece that I got to before the paywall and it asked me for $1 a month, that's not what he was saying.
No.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's really more about like the attempt to like power pitch.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
So like how just this obsession kind of like getting the ball as fast as possible, the velocity. I don't know much about pitching, but I was reading as much as I could before I had to pay for it, and I was like, this sounds really interesting.
Do you remember when we brought up 2 arguments for and against the pitch clock?
Yes.
One, and they were just like logical arguments, no data behind them, which to me, I'm like, screw that. Like, show me some real life data. Like, logic's good. Like, logic is good, but numbers don't lie, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that sounds logical, and then when you look at it, it's like that doesn't work.
Right.
So I say both. Let me see some numbers. The one argument is less time in between pitches, going max effort each time, will lead to injuries because you have
Right.
less time for rest in between max effort pitches. The other argument is less time in between pitches will stop pitchers from going, like, you can't go max effort
Every time.
unless you're an idiot.
Right.
You got to be able to manage your effort levels or whatever when times you don't have a lot of time in between pitches. You can't go max effort. So that's the arguments for and against. And I honestly have no idea where I was going with this. I think I just went on like a train ride to the middle of nowhere. But I think essentially what I was trying to get at was, through this long thing.
I don't have a ticket, so I can't tell you where
Yeah, I think
going.
I just lost myself. But essentially what I was saying and what I think I'm trying to get at, and I don't even know if I know where I'm trying to get at, but what this guy is saying is that these teams are kind of pushing the pitchers to go max effort.
Right, yes.
And they're not really caring about the pitcher's health.
That's exactly what he's saying, yes.
Yeah.
He actually...
Which, you look at a team like the Rays, they got pitchers with nasty stuff, but then they last about 3 months. They're using them as rentals, essentially.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the guys, they're trying to get a big league contract and get paid, and the way you get paid is by having nasty stuff. Mm-hmm. And they're kind of they're taking that gamble and that risk. Like, I'll throw my arm out if it means I have a shot at making money. Because if I don't, I'm not gonna get that shot.
Right.
So it makes sense.
Well, and that's exactly what this doctor says. So his name's Dr. Meester. He's from the Texas Rangers, and he says front offices, unfortunately, are living in the moment, more in the moment than taking a longer, broader term view. So instead of what if a guy doesn't have a whip of 0.8? What if he has a whip of 1.1, but he's able to play 162? Yeah. And I think that's really, like, to your point, that's what we're seeing is you're taking out a loan basically on your arm now, knowing that you're not going to be able to keep going. And the front offices know this, and unfortunately, it seems like the players are just going to have to do that because, that's kind of the cost of staying in the game, unfortunately. And it sounds like, too, when you really go into what the doctor's saying, that a lot of this does come back to the analytics. So he says that analytics says velocity is super important. Pitcher analysts pursue that. They want that to stay up. They don't want the pitchers that don't do this, that can't get their stats up like that, they're forced to retire. So the ones...
they don't make it.
Right. So the ones that, want to stay on and not get a job doing something else or prematurely retire, they have to keep that up. And so their risk to injury just gets larger and larger. So honestly, to me, it's sad a little bit, but it also, I guess, begs the question, like, or at least my question is, is this something that you think can be changed at this point? Because I think we're just so used to... It's a philosophy thing. That's
right.
What it is. Because, we're used to pitchers pitching like 98 miles an hour.
I don't think it'll change.
No?
No, because if you're a major league team, your job is to win. You win by having guys throw gas. If guys get hurt throwing gas...
Then they get hurt, get a new one.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
Like, they'll just replace you and get someone else. In the minor leagues, you see it a lot more. It's like, my arm's hurt. Do I tell the manager and the team that my arm's hurt? Or do I just pitch through it because I don't want them to drop me because I'm not durable? And it's like, do I report my injury or do I not?
Yeah.
So probably pitching injuries are being underreported too.
I would totally believe
in the minor
that.
leagues.
Can you guess which pitches the doctor says are leading to the most injuries since you were a pitcher?
Because I read it.
Oh, you read that?
Yeah.
I didn't know how far the paywall went.
I think you said power fastballs and power changeups.
The slider.
The sweepers.
The sweeping slider
the
and
sweepers.
the hard changeups are the ones that are really taking guys out.
The fast changeups gets me. Like he said high velocity changeups, which it's crazy. Back in the day, a guy would throw a fastball at 92, and now they throw changeups at 92.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Crazy.
I wouldn't know how that hurts your arm, but I'll believe the expert physician.
It's something about how you grip the ball, I think, is what he was saying. Because all those pitches are like how you grip, right? Or how you're on the grip or something. This is me trying to explain it. There's things on the ball, right?
Let me see this. I think this would be pretty funny to do.
Okay, are you gonna have me guess?
Yeah, I wanted you to show me how to throw certain pitches.
Oh, I'm not gonna know at all.
God dang, what is it? How it's like?
Yeah, what kind
it's like
of
a
pirate
pirate ship. I don't know. Pop put that together.
Okay.
He thinks it looks like. All right,
why don't you get one and then you can do it the right way?
All right. Show me a 4-seam fastball.
A 4-seam fastball.
Yeah. I have my hand stuck in the cookie jar for real. Go ahead, show it to me.
I'm thinking. There's got to be 4 seams. Well, my thumb goes here, and then I don't know. I have no idea. I could not tell. I'm just assuming it's a regular. I'm assuming it's a regular throw it, right?
Like that.
Okay, so I had it a little different.
And the reason they call it 4 seam is because when you get rid of it, count the seams you see. Like, so if I threw it, you see 1, 2, 3, 4 seams.
Okay, gotcha.
Go like that. So then show me a 2 seam with that logic.
Okay, so then it would be this.
Yeah, because then you
see the 2.
1, 2.
Yeah.
And these balls usually tail.
Okay.
Like that.
All right.
Do you know how there's different ways to throw a changeup? But how would you throw your changeup?
A changeup? Isn't that the one that's like this or something?
That's a knuckleball.
Okay.
That's a knuckleball. No, some guys hold it like a circle change.
Yeah.
They call that a circle change.
I've seen this one, yeah.
I used to hold mine like this. It's like kind of like a circle change, but not really.
Kind of like a pinch.
I threw it off my ring finger because you can't snap your ring finger down. These 2 fingers are strong.
Gotcha.
You can snap them down, but the ring finger you can't really snap.
Okay.
So you throw it off that same arm motion. Now I'm getting into it.
Is this
You're getting
ever
a pitching lesson.
Is this actually a pitch?
That's a well, not like how you're holding it, but it's a knuckleball.
Okay.
That's how you throw a knuckleball, and then you push it with your knuckles.
Oh.
And it moves. Like
Okay.
that. That's it. I thought it'd be funny to see. Oh, how do you throw a curveball? Or a sweeper. I never do a sweeper, but I'm assuming it's similar.
You just like kind of move your arm this
All
way.
right.
And then, how do you throw a softball?
With your hand? I don't know. Do you know softball pitches too?
Yeah.
Maybe we can do that when we talk about Jenny Finch.
Yeah, we'll go on the field someday.
Is Jenny Finch the softball lady? I think that's her.
Sounds right enough.
But we talked about some.
Yeah, it is.
Nice. We talked about some free agents like Blake Snell and Jordan Montgomery, but arguably the biggest free agent that doesn't get talked about, he recently signed.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of a man by the name of Joey Votto?
Yes, I've heard of him.
Really?
Probably because you said his name.
Yeah. But he officially signed a minor league contract with the Toronto Blue Jays.
Okay.
He is no doubt Hall of Famer in my mind. If he was wearing pinstripes.
Weird way to get there so far, but I'm listening.
Well, he's played a ton of years. He won MVP.
Okay.
He was on the Cincinnati Reds. I think they made playoffs like maybe a few times when he was with them, but for majority of the time they were not in the playoffs.
Okay.
He was coming back from injury last year, so he wasn't he was healthy enough to compete, but he wasn't healthy enough to be himself. And they kind of just Cincinnati kind of just let him walk off into the sunset, but he wasn't ready to give up baseball. So this whole entire time that he's in free agency, he's kind of saying, "Hey, let me play. Like, please, I want to play." He's like the kid outside the dugout, like kind of just clinging to the fence, wanting to play while the other kids have fun without him. That was him. He's that meme of Squidward in his house looking down at Patrick and SpongeBob having fun. That was him. So now he's back in spring training, but on a minor league deal. But I'm sure he's just happy to be back.
It's kind of wild. I mean, okay, I don't know how I feel about this actually. I mean, good for him. He got a deal. It sounds like that's really what he wanted. But
no teams want to take a shot on Joey Votto.
Also, though, like if no team wants to take a shot on you, is it time to let go?
No, not if you're Joey Votto. A lot of guys, if they don't want, they'll go play somewhere else and play minor league ball until they're done playing baseball. At that point, you're talking about a guy who loves the game.
Yeah.
So he'll play indie league wherever just to play. He does. I'm sure he wants to play big league ball, but I guarantee you he loves baseball and he just wants to play. Obviously, he wants to play. I mean, the competitor in him, I know he still thinks that he's got the juice to play. And I think he does too. I think he was just coming off of an injury. And I'm sure he's betting on himself and saying, "Hey, just give me a shot because I know I still got some in the tank."
Yeah, and what he's hoping, obviously, is that he gets pulled up, right?
Yeah, or he just balls out and goes up to the big leagues or whatever. Or maybe they'll drop him and someone else picks him up. Like, you're going to tell me that teams like Oakland or Washington that are absolute garbage heaps couldn't just have Votto on as a veteran?
Do you think he wanted too much money?
No, I don't know.
And this is his last resort?
I don't think so. I think he played for free, for like a roof over his head. But he was putting videos out.
Okay.
And this is what I really wanted to show you.
Oh, I hope this is like that guy who was walking.
This is the magic of Joey Votto.
Okay.
That's it. That's what this is.
Is he okay?
This is not spring training.
That's the first one. There's 3 videos
There's
I'm going to show
more?
you. There's 3 videos I'm going to show
It's
you.
the way he looks into my eyes. This man is looking at my soul.
He's sad, man. Look at him. He says, "This is not spring training."
Damn.
The caption says, "Somebody please sign Joey." This is heartbreaking. This is the second one. And I think this was further along the timeline. He might have gone a little crazy.
Okay.
I'm sick of this. If someone doesn't sign me,
Wait a minute.
I'm not going to put my...
Oh.
Wait a
Okay,
minute.
hold on.
Wait a minute. What are we doing? That's what it is.
There we go.
That's what it is. All right. Now we got it.
You just want to get
Nope.
close to the hole.
Ignore it. There you go.
Nice.
Never mind. It'll redo. Now watch it.
Okay. Now I'm
watch.
locked in.
Now watch it.
I'm sick of this. If someone doesn't sign me, I'm not going to put my shopping carts away.
Nice flinch at the camera.
Carts are a lot like golf balls.
He's getting pissed.
You just want to get close to the hole.
He's like losing me. I'm not gonna lie. He's losing me on this one.
Is that that's not getting it. You don't like him.
It's like if it's feeling like a little bit like tantrumy. Like chill, bro. Put the
He
card
was
away.
getting. I mean, dude, he wants to play. He flinches
Yeah,
at you.
relax, bro.
He's threatening. Now he's threatening you.
Yeah.
Now he's threatening
Okay,
you.
we don't take it out on the guys who work at Publix, man. Just put the card away.
He's threatening you with your car being hit by a car. He was
Yeah.
unhinged.
Yeah, I've got enough dents already, man. Leave my car out of this.
This was Joey though, on an interview. I think like 2 days ago, right before he signed though.
Okay, let's hear it.
Can you give us the latest, or are there teams interested? Are we close? We're all dying for info. Can you give us some hope, Joey?
I can tell you that as it stands right now, as long as I'm unsigned, all shopping carts are under threat. Nothing's changed. And yeah, I'm amongst many players that are dealing with this.
Can you give us the latest?
This
or
is giving
are there
me
teams?
cringe millennial humor. You know when it's like,
That's what he is. That's definitely what he is.
oh man.
But you're part of that too.
Well, yeah, technically I am a millennial, but I would never make this
You
like.
definitely would.
I don't make these
You
shopping.
send me
carts.
stuff like
It's
this all the
when,
time.
It's like when people are like, I hope you step on a Lego or something. It's
That
like
you've said that to me, like literally right
I
before
have
we got
not-
on.
What? What are you talking about? Those words have not come out of my mouth except for an ironic fashion, as like this moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, okay, I don't know. I'll say this.
He's hilarious, and maybe we'll do a reaction video. Like, obviously, maybe not his best work, but he
Okay.
is funny, and he's a wacko, and he just loves baseball. So it's hard not to love Joey Votto because he loves the game so much.
I was gonna say, look, I'm glad he got signed somewhere. I'm glad that I guess wherever he's from, the shopping carts are safe, as are the people's cars. I don't know.
Just to tie in the last two.
Is this what Blake Snell needs to do to get signed?
Maybe.
Like
Start
he needs to start
throwing
doing
grocery
other
carts?
weird internet threats. You know, like what? Like he.
you can go so many directions.
Oh, I just mean like the shopping cart, like meme threats, like the shopping cart thing, or like the Lego thing, or.
What's another thing that
I know,
people
I'm
hate?
trying to think. It's like,
He's gonna go on airplanes with no shoes on, barefoot at airplanes.
yeah, or like never wear his AirPods. He's just gonna have conversations on speakerphone, just like
Walk
in
around.
public.
If Blake Snell doesn't get signed, he's gonna just talk in
Oh
movie
my-
theaters. He's gonna talk during Dune 2 when you're there.
Exactly.
If you don't want him to talk during Dune 2, sign
Better
him.
sign him.
Yeah, no theater is safe.
I don't even want to know what Jordan Montgomery might do.
Yeah, who knows what
Who
the
knows?
guy, that guy might
Stuff's
do.
getting wild out here in these streets.
Just to tie in the last two
but
topics.
he is right. I mean, a lot of guys aren't being signed. But
To tie in the last two topics, and building off that, how you said a lot of guys aren't signed.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're talking about Jordan Montgomery and Blake Snell. There's a conspiracy going around.
I do love a conspiracy.
And it looks like Joey Votto is the type of guy that likes a conspiracy too. He just
Honestly,
gives that look.
actually, yes. Now I'm back on Team Votto.
So Garrett Cole.
I don't think he might not think we landed on the moon. I don't know.
I don't know. He does look like a tinfoil hat.
I'd like
guy.
to know. Votto, let
What do
me
you mean
know.
we didn't?
Yeah, obviously he knows we didn't because clearly we didn't.
The Earth's flat.
I've seen no proof.
The Earth's flat. But which is true.
I've
by the
never
way.
been to the moon. Have you been to the moon?
No. To tie in the last two, talking about injuries and free agents. Garrett Cole, pitcher for the Yankees, who is
Is what,
7 apparently.
Number 8.
I don't know. What was he? 7.
7.
I have a bad memory. 7.
We know that. We tested it.
He is getting an MRI on his elbow for the New York Yankees, who are just to tie in with the pitching injuries. Sounds normal. It's spring training. Guys get hurt all the time. They run into some, injuries, trying to build back, ramp back up. This is where the conspiracy theory
I can't wait.
gets started. Do you know who Garrett Cole's agent is?
Boras?
Scott Boras. Do you know who Blake Snell's agent is?
Boras!
Scott Boras. Do you know who Blake Snell is in talks with?
The Yankees.
The Yankees. There's a conspiracy theory going around.
First, I like that I know that I know enough to also know all the answers. I'm enjoying that I'm aware enough.
There's a conspiracy theory going around that Scott Boras gave a little.
that-
He did not injure Garrett Cole.
No, but that-
Scott Boras broke his arm.
Boras, I'm gonna guess. This is.
Let
Can
me
I guess?
Sure.
My guess, based on these facts that as you've laid them out.
I mean, it's pretty simple.
is that?
Like, it's not like convoluted.
Come on, guys. I have a mind for mystery. Is that what Boras incentivized Cole to be honest, maybe about some pain in his arm, so that they have to sign Snell?
Nah, similar, kind of close. But he's saying, hey, Cole, maybe tell the team that you're feeling weird.
I'm sure he does feel weird.
No, but probably
He's
he
a
does.
pitcher.
No, but
Oh, you think he doesn't at all?
no, he's normal, and he's saying this is the conspiracy. I don't say I think. I don't.
So you're telling me you have facts about this? You have actual?
No. This is all conspiracy.
You have actual evidence?
Look, I'm not saying this. This is word on through the grapevine here.
Oh, off the street. The streets are talking.
Scott Boras, allegedly, according to the conspiracy theory, said, hey, Cole, tell the Yankees, hey, my arm kind of hurts. Can I get an MRI? Cause up a little bit of doubt, a little bit of stir in New York. Maybe say, oh.
'Cause if his arm's fine, the MRI is going to come back fine.
No, he's saying, hey, cause a stir, say my arm's fatigued. That way we can kind of get Snell, the Yankees, to dish out some money for Snell as a backup plan in case you're hurt.
Wow.
Is that the case? That's a conspiracy theory going around. That I'm not saying it's true, but
I thought Snell was talking to another team though, not just the Yankees. Still just the Yankees?
it's the one that he's been tied to. So that's a conspiracy theory going around that, hey,
wow.
Cole's got an MRI, and honestly, in my opinion, no, there's no shot. But maybe. Who knows? Anything that you wanted to bring up, too, that you haven't already sent?
No.
Because I do have one finishing note.
Okay. No, you know what? We're just moving through spring training. Opening day is coming soon.
Spring training's been going on for about like 2 weeks. We're like halfway through it now. Mm-hmm. And opening day, I think in like 10 days, they play in Korea. Which is going to be sweet.
Oh, thank God.
That's going to be tough. At like 4 a.m. and I'll be up to watch
Who has the broadcasting rights for Korean?
No, it's like
baseball.
Who knows? I actually don't know what it's going to be on. If you just create a thumbnail, this just looks crazy too. But yeah. Spring training's been going on for like 2 weeks. I have not watched a single spring training game.
Yes.
Have you?
I've seen quite a few actually. No.
I was gonna say. I looked at her like, no way you watched no spring training.
No, I have not.
Because we don't have Bally. I don't know what to watch it on. So I don't know. I'm saying I need to watch some spring training before I come back to the next show. So I gave myself some homework, and if you want to tag in, you can give yourself some homework too. And my goal is to watch at least one spring training game.
Okay.
And I'll pull up Stream East and watch it or something. But yeah, I'm like, damn, 2 weeks I haven't watched a single spring training game.
How did that feel?
Not good. I'm like, dude, we need to watch some baseball.
Why would you say that you haven't watched any?
Because there's no access to it. Like,
so the blackouts?
I mean, you just gotta pull up Stream East or something to watch it. But damn, I can't just pull up the TV and watch it.
Yeah, it's more work. Yeah,
it's more work. But yeah. Oh, and also there's like this thing, Spring Breakout, where they have all the prospects play against each other, which seems cool. Like, market it, show people. Nope, MLB doesn't want to do that. That's all I got.
Why would we want people to watch the sport?
That's all I got.
Do you ever wonder that we're doing this show for a sport that nobody watches?
Coming out tonight.
No, people watch it.
And I'll be looking
right,
for you
till next time.
whenever you arrive. Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun. I know that you said you don't think of me, but what you're doing now is telling different. Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun. I know that you said you don't think of me, but but what you're doing now is telling differently.